final episode of Season 1, Love Unfiltered. I'm so glad you are joining me today. In this episode, we're diving into a big step in relationships, moving in together. It's a milestone that many couples face, but is it a wise move or could it backfire? Whether you're considering moving in with your partner or just curious about what this decision means, we'll explore the potential benefits, challenges, and everything you need to know to navigate this major relationship milestone. So, let's jump right in and talk about shared spaces, shared lives, and how living together might change the game. I have invited students from diverse backgrounds to share their unique perspectives on love, relationships, and everything in between. Let's go around and meet everyone. Please state your name, classification, and major.
Veronica, dietetics major, and I am from New York.
Hello, my name is Jacob. I am a freshman. I'm a computer science and business major, and I am from Waldorf, Maryland.
All right, Veronica and Jacob are with me. All right. Thank you for taking the time to be with me today, you guys. All right, let's see. Now,
Of course.
Yes. Now, I'd like to invite my guest speakers to share their personal experiences with living together. Whether it's been a smooth transition or a bit more challenging, we'd love to hear how moving in with a partner has impacted your relationship. What did you learn from the experience, and what advice would you give to others who are considering taking that step? Let's hear your stories.
Well, I'd say we start off with we've always wanted to move in together at around, let's say, year and a half, 2 year mark. We've been wanting to really take that step. And ever since moving down here and seeing how whack dorm life is, we really were set on moving in together.
Yes, so we've been together for almost 3 years now. Yesterday was actually our anniversary.
Oh,
And
okay.
we have been wanting, I know,
Congratulations.
we've been wanting to move into. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We've been wanting to live with each other for a minute. Sticking him in and him sticking me in, gotten so old. And we also saw how relationships just crumble at our HBCU. So we just wanted to have more faith and take that big step and move in with each other.
All right. I love that. I love that so much that you guys were just like, you know what? We're going to stick it in and we're going to figure this out, and we're going to work as a team together because that definitely is a new environment, living together and, like, I don't know, paying bills together and doing all that together, like really adulting, but as a team, you know what I mean? So it's definitely like, I'm sorry, can you say it one more time?
Oh, he was just agreeing with you.
Oh, yes. And yeah, I really love that for you guys. All right.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Um, so today's episode will cover everything you need to know about moving in with your partner. So we're gonna explore the benefits, how living together can strengthen your bond, improve communication, and help you learn more about each other. 2, the challenges, what potential obstacles you might face, like differences in habits, space issues, or managing conflict. 3, when it's the right time. So, learning how to know if you're ready for this step in your relationship and how to have open conversations about expectations. And then finally, 4, we're going to go over practical tips. ways to navigate their transition smoothly from establishing boundaries to keeping the romance alive. And by the end of this episode, you all will have a better understanding of what moving in together can mean for your relationship and whether it's the right move for you and your partner. So let's get started. We're going to dive deeper into the pros and cons of moving in together. We'll break down both sides to help you make an informed decision, and along the way, we'll include some relevant statistics and expert insights to give you a well-rounded view. So, here are the pros. Opportunity to grow closer and build intimacy. Living together creates more opportunities to spend quality time with your partner, which helps deepen emotional and physical intimacy. As Dr. John Gottman, a leading relationship expert, says, the key to lasting love is not avoiding conflict, but creating a strong emotional connection. Being physically present with one another day in and day out can really strengthen the bond. 2. Shared financial responsibilities. Sharing living expenses like rent, utilities, and groceries can ease the financial burden on both partners. According to the 2023 survey by Bankrate, 40% of people in relationships report that splitting costs made them feel more financially secure. This can allow both partners to focus on other life goals while benefiting from the shared responsibility. 3. Practice for marriage or long-term commitment. Now, moving in together can be a way to test the relationship before making a long-term commitment, like marriage, for example. It offers the opportunity to learn how to handle responsibilities together, how to manage conflict, and how to support each other in practical ways. A study by the Journal of Marriage and Family found that couples who cohabit before marriage report stronger relationship satisfaction due to the time they spent learning about each other's habits and lifestyle preferences. And finally, 4, convenience in logistics and daily life. From coordinating schedules to running errands together, living under one roof can bring added convenience to day-to-day life. It can also reduce the stress of planning visits, travel time, or dealing with the logistics of living separately. This is especially true for couples with busy schedules, where the simple act of sharing a home can make life run more smoothly. And now, here are the cons. 1. Potential loss of personal space and independence. One of the biggest challenges when moving in together is the loss of personal space. According to relationship therapist Dr. Laura Berman, personal space is essentially for a healthy sense of identity and independence. If you or your partner value alone time or have strong routines, sharing a space 24/7 could lead to tension and frustration. 2. Financial or household conflicts. While sharing financial responsibilities can be beneficial, it can also lead to disagreements about money management, budgeting, or how household chores are divided. A survey by the National Marriage Project found that couples who argue about money are more likely to experience relationship dissatisfaction, which can create tension when living together. 3. Risk of feeling stuck if things go wrong. If the relationship starts to go south, living together can make it harder to leave. The sense of being stuck in the relationship due to shared responsibilities like a lease or financial obligations can be emotionally taxing. A study by the National Domestic Violence Hotline highlighted that 1 in 4 people in cohabiting relationships feel trapped in unhealthy partnerships, partly due to the logistical challenges of living together. And finally, 4, potential social and family judgment. While cohabitation has become more common, some people still face judgment from family, friends, or society, especially in certain cultural or religious contexts. According to the 2021 survey by Pew Research Center, 60% of adults in the U.S. said they felt societal pressure about living together before marriage, which can cause stress or tension, particularly if you or your partner have strong family ties. So, concluding, as we've seen, moving in together comes with both pros and cons. It can strengthen the bond between you and your partner, offer financial benefits, and allow for better logistics in daily life. But it's not without its challenges, including the potential for personal space loss, financial stress, and feeling trapped if things aren't working out. The decision to move in together is a big one, and it's essential to weigh these factors carefully while also considering your relationship's unique dynamics. Now, what's most important is that you and your partner are on the same page and communicate openly about your expectations and goals. What are your guys' thoughts?
So, in our case, since we've been together since the beginning, we always wanted to build an emotional connection first. We've never done anything sexual until we were at least a year and a half to 2 years in. This was because we wanted to build a strong foundation that you don't really see in this generation. We don't date just to date, we date to marry. So going in on this college journey and finding out and navigating the life that we have created so far, we really thought that moving in would be the best and positive thing for our relationship. It has really grown on us, not going to lie. We don't have many issues or really see most of those cons because before we did this, we had a long talk on if we were ready, if this were to happen, would you do this? Dividing costs, dividing chores, all of it. And even finances, we don't have those issues because I'm a big on budgeting. And whatever I say, he'll normally listen. So, so we're pretty good on those standpoints for sure. We're both clingy. I'm not gonna lie, we're both clingy.
Very.
Yeah. So when it comes to personal space, it's like he'll go in one room, I'll go in another. I'll watch my Ratchet TV, he'll play his video games, and then we always end up finding back together in the living room. And I just love that about us.
Aw, that's
If
so
space is
cute.
needed, we'll have to with each other.
What'd you say, Boo?
That if either of us need space, we communicate that and let the other know. And there really isn't no argument about it. It's just like, okay, I'll see you later. And then we go do our own thing. Usually I end up come back to her, she'll come back to me. And yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that. I like that you guys like took those years to really plan it out and take your time. I love that you took your time. Not a lot of people do that. Like you said, in this generation, yeah, like in this generation, people go straight to sex or go straight to dating multiple people and jumping, and they don't really like think about, okay, well, what if I want to settle down with one person, you know? And I know a lot of people, they don't think about that because we're young, you know, and they think about having fun, you know. And when you have fun, what do? You have fun with multiple people before I guess you decide to settle down with that one person. But you guys found that one person, and you were like, okay, how do we structure this in a proper way? Yeah, I really like that you. I really like that you guys planned it out. You took your time, and that's really cool. And you guys seem to be on the same page too. And another thing, I really love that you guys were like, okay, if we need our space, you communicate that, and we're like cool with it. Cause now a lot of people do struggle with communicating that they need space, and I found that causes tension in relationships. So I'm I'm happy that you guys figured that out. That's cool. That's really cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Now, let's dive into the critical question. Is it the right time to move in together? Mm. Now, this one is of the most important decisions a couple can make. And I'm not gonna lie, it's essential to carefully evaluating whether the timing is right for both partners. So, let's break it down. Here are some signs if it might be the right time. Clear communication about expectations and boundaries. If you and your partner have had open, honest conversations about what living together will look like, everything from daily routines to shared chores and financial responsibilities, it's a strong sign that you're ready. Clear communication helps set expectations and prevents misunderstandings down the road. 2. A healthy relationship foundation. A solid foundation built on trust, respect, and effective conflict resolution is key. If you and your partner are able to navigate challenges together, support each other through tough times, and share a sense of mutual respect, that's a great indicator that living together could strengthen your bond. As relationship expert Dr. John Gottman says, happy couples make time to repair any damage done to the emotional bond between them. Finally, 3. Financial stability or transparency. Financial readiness is often overlooked, but it's crucial when deciding to cohabit. You and your partner should feel comfortable discussing finances and have a clear understanding of how you will handle rent, utilities, and shared expenses. According to the 2022 study by the National Bureau of Economic Research, couples who have open discussions about finances before moving in together experience fewer financial conflicts later on. Now, here are some signs if it might be too soon. Moving in to fix the relationship. If you're considering moving in together because you believe it will fix relationship issues or solve problems, that's a red flag. Don't do it. A home should be a place where both partners feel safe and supported, not a band aid for deeper issues. Okay, guys? If the relationship is struggling and you think cohabiting will solve those problems, it's better to address the underlying issues first. 2. Pressure from external factors like money, family, or convenience. Moving in together because of external pressures such as financial strain, family expectations, or sheer convenience is not a healthy reason to make this big decision. For example, if you're moving in together because it's more affordable or to make things easier for others, like parents or friends, it may not be the right time. It's crucial that both partners are fully committed and eager to take this step for the right reasons. And finally, 3, a lack of communication about shared responsibilities. If you haven't discussed how to divide household responsibilities, whether it's chores, finances, or emotional support, it could cause problems once you're living together. Couples who don't talk about these expectations beforehand are more likely to experience frustration and resentment later on. It's important to be on the same page about how you will manage life together under one roof. So, knowing when it's the right time to move in together requires a mix of self awareness, healthy communication, and a solid relationship foundation. If you can check off these signs that you're ready, then moving in together could be a natural and exciting step forward. But if any of the too soon signs resonate, it's worth taking a step back to ensure you're making this decision for the right reasons at the right time. Remember, every relationship is unique, and what's right for one couple may not be right for another. So take the time to have those important conversations with your partner and be honest with yourselves about what's best for both of you. What are your thoughts?
I feel well. First, I'm gonna start off. We never had any doubts when it came to responsibilities. When it came to like with our chores and stuff like that. We already had that. We got like I think a long talk about this. Like, ooh, we listed things out. That stuff I would do, stuff she would do. Like Like if she cook, I do dishes. If I bake, she do dishes. It's like I'm stuck with folding laundry. You stuck with washing everything. It was never any doubt or really like pushback when it came to talking about who would do what around home.
And we're also slowly getting into being a more traditional household, as to where I would take care of the house and he would worry about the money and everything. Right now, he gets checks from the military, and I am an overnight night otter at a hotel. And so with that, we both are bringing in the money. But I've been working since I was like 14, 13 years old. I'm so done. So
Right.
he's going to start. Hmm?
I was like saying right.
Yes, I can't. I'm so done. So, and then right now, since he's like really at home a lot, he takes care of the home. And there's just something about me. I just have to have the house my way.
It's like no matter how I do it or what I do, she always finds some way to do it better in her eyes.
He does. That I will say, well, is put the dishes in the dishwasher.
I don't even do that.
But when you do, you always be mad at me by how I put them in there. And I'm like, I didn't do it.
There's just some way you got to put those in.
Anyways, we have divided everything into a very, very good way that works for us. A traditional household isn't going to work for everyone, but in our eyes, that's what we wanted to do. We even, before we moved in, we even gave like a percentage. I was like, how about 50, 50? He was like, no, how about 80-30? And I was was that right?
80-20.
I mean, 80-20. And then we just came up with 90-10. Like, he doesn't even care for me to pay for the bills anymore. I just pay whatever I want. And we have no issues about money, because at the end of the day, it's like,
it's our money.
It's our money. We have 3 bank accounts. So we have our own separate one. No, 4 bank accounts. Our own separate one, a savings, and a checking. So we're really all good when it comes to dividing financial situations and, just living in our place together.
Oh my gosh, wow. That is a lot of thought processing. Oh my goodness, hold on. Okay. So, wow, y'all got this together. What? I applaud. Hold on. Yo, hold on, bro. Y'all got this together. Hold on. Okay, I heard he's in the military. Love that.
No, he's not in the military.
Oh, okay.
He's a dependent from the military. His parents were like chiefs and everything, so he gets like a check.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
So he can fully focus on his school. He wants to get a job, but he really wants to get his schooling done. And since his check is big enough to, take care of everything, we're pretty good.
Okay. Now, has he? Let me ask this question: has he ever considered going into the military?
I have.
Okay.
A lot.
Yes, he has. And actually, I went, but I only did boot camp, and I had to go home because I had to take care of my grandparents. But he wanted to go in for being a pilot, but he has to get LASIK surgery first.
Okay. For his eyes, right? Because he got 20/20 vision, right? Okay. So Air Force?
No, Navy.
Navy, okay. I want to join the Air Force. Yes. So, I'm in the same boat too, the military. I peeped military and I was like, oh, wait, he wants to do military. Okay.
Yes, I can tell you anything you need to know about the military.
Yes, please. Yes, because like my dad, he has a lot of friends who are in the military, and it's my dad who put that thought in my mind since I was like a senior in high school. But I really started doing my research my freshman year of college, and I'm really set on it. Like I'm telling you, when I graduate, I'm going straight into the Air Force.
And you would be a great like, is it a captain you come in? No, an officer.
Officer.
Yeah, an
Go ahead.
officer. Yes, because my degree.
That would be
And
amazing. I was in IT.
ooh, okay.
That was my MOS in the Navy. It was something I really wanted to do, and I think I'll probably try again next time. Depends on how I feel about my major when we're done with all of this. We'll see.
Okay, okay. And what's your major again?
Dietetics, so it's going to be in nutrition, far from IT.
Yeah, I'm saying like, wait, hold on. Okay, okay, okay. So you guys both will most likely rejoin or join the military, right? In the future.
We'll see. We'll see
Okay. Okay,
what the heck.
power couple. Ah! Oh my gosh, when I tell y'all gonna be making bank. Y'all gonna be set. Cause like, bro, the military, you have so much benefits.
Yeah.
Yes, you
So
do. You have a lot of
many.
benefits, but when they say that you get money, it's not that you get paid well, depending on your rate. If you come in as an officer, then yeah. But when you first come in, like I was a seaman recruit, I was like E1. They give you money, but it's not that much, and they give you that much just like people say it's a lot because you save it. You don't have to really spend it on much.
Yeah.
So, and then you live in dorms. It's a whole thing. But
Right. So you don't have to pay for bills or anything.
you gotta pay for bills, but you get to
Oh.
save your money, like your phone bill, stuff like that. You have to save your money. That's all it is. It's all about saving. But I'm good at that regardless. So
Okay, so right, okay. I'm trying to remember other stuff you guys mentioned. Um the percentages that you mentioned, you were like 80-20 and the 90-20 and then like that. So is that like someone does 90% more of the financial responsibilities and then
yes.
okay.
It would be more as like where I would take care of stuff financially, and she would just sit around the house and be pretty. That's
Don't say it like that.
Ah.
that's really
No.
Is that not?
No.
He said, I'm gonna take care of you.
Right.
Like he'll take care of financial abilities, but I'll make the house clean. The house will be clean and clean my way, not his way.
Ah.
The dishes will be clean. Food will be made when he gets home, and I'll still work. Let's
Okay.
not even get that out because I am a working woman. I don't want to be a sitting duck all day.
Clock
he knows
it.
I can't stand
Clock it.
I cannot stand staying still.
Okay, I love that.
Like I have to do something. So I would work, but all that money would go to me. Like,
right.
like I don't have to go to him and ask for money because if he just gives me money for the groceries and just gives me a home and stuff, I don't need what he is already offering. I can pay for myself, and if he wanted a little pocket change, I could get him some too. It's just a matter of as far as the home, the car, and everything in between, he would be mostly responsible for it, and he's okay with that.
Okay,
Yep.
so like all the major financial obligations, that's him, like bills.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. What about phone bills? Is that included?
So we really don't have to take care. We're still freshmen. We don't have to take care of our phone bills yet.
I forgot y'all are younger than me. What? Oh my god! This isn't, bro. What? Y'all are doing better than me. What? This is not fair. Oh my
Phone bills we
god.
don't worry about. We just worry about our home and our car. And we are not that far from campus, so it makes it 10 times easier.
Yeah. Okay. And you guys share a car?
Yes.
Okay.
Which not for soon, not for too long.
Oh,
hopefully.
Right. Okay. And you said you're working, so so when you make money, let me see, you get to keep your money, but sometimes you'll offer to pay for something like a bill or something.
Yes, it's like that for sure. I get to keep all my money. All my money goes into my bank account, not into our split bank account, not into anything. That's just my money. So if I wanted to, for example, I'm gonna be starting a business soon.
Ooh.
So my money will be going to my business.
Okay.
And he's a baker as well.
What?
So yeah, he's a baker. So we're doing a business together where he's going to be baking, I'm going to be decorating, and we're going to start selling plates and everything because your girl can cook. Ain't that right?
Ain't that right? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm happy for you guys. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Another couple that I can just like fangirl over because I love, bro. This is why I'm doing this podcast because I love it when I see people doing their shit together. And y'all are younger than me, but that's even, bro. I'm impressed. I really, really am. And oh my gosh, I have so many questions, like, because I never shared a place. One day I will, of course, but it's like I like to use other people as examples so I can see how they did it so that I can figure out how I can do it too. Because sharing a place, man, getting a place is, it seems impossible in this day and time of like economy.
Yeah.
No idea.
Like fuck, like rent is like what, 2,500 a month for like the
Yes.
the cheapest, mind you. Which
But
means
luckily, our HBCU is we're in the Doonies. There's nothing here.
that's what I'm saying.
So we found something that had like everything included. It's like the whole house is like over 1,000 square feet. It has 2 bedrooms. It was like set.
Yeah.
It was really, really nice to where we were both able to pay for it.
Right.
Luckily.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay.
So just in case if anything was to go wrong, God forbid, and one of us had to take care of the whole rent, we would be able to because
Right.
we both make enough.
Right. So like, so if something happened, he wasn't able to cover the whole rent, then you would come in and support.
Yes. And then our rent is like we have a place where we could split our rent in half, pay half of it in the beginning of the month, and then pay the rest in the middle of the month. So that's definitely a good perk to always ask your landlord if they do, just in case. And it builds your credit up as well.
Okay. So what was the method again?
So at our place, our rent can be split in half.
Oh.
So we pay half of it in the beginning of the month and then pay the rest in the middle of the month or whatever day you want. You get to choose. So for us, we have the 1st and the 15th. So we'd pay, for example, 900 in the beginning, and then we'd pay the leftover in the middle. So we'd always, and it builds your credit up as well. So that's definitely something to ask.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Something to consider asking.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Um. Dang, y'all got this set. Hold up. Y'all got this set. Shoot, like, did y'all write this down? Did y'all write this down as you were planning before you moved in? Like,
Yes.
Well, there was a lot of writing.
oh, a lot of
Girl, I don't know if I have like some type of OCD in my head, but if my mental is all over the place, I have to write it down.
Of course.
Like I write budgeting all the time for each month before it even starts. Like, because my job, they give out our schedules a month in ahead and we already know what he's going to be bringing in. So I always do a budgeting plan. I always do lists before I leave to go to work. Like right now, since I'm going to work, I'd be like, nah, you cleaning the house today or something.
Right.
I always have lists and he's gotten used to them. You kind of like my list now.
Yeah. At first, I didn't understand why she was doing it, but then as I got to know her way better, I understood. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah, it just makes the clutter feel easier. And I do that with everything in life. Even my schoolwork and my studies, I put when it's supposed to be due and how much to do today, so then I don't have too much to do tomorrow. Because, being in college is stressful. So when you write everything down and you divide it equally, it just makes stuff easier and more accomplishable.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I love that. And I'm gonna have to hit you up, Veronica, about budgeting, because right now, I mean,
Yes.
I suck at math, so like the whole breaking it down thing, I kind of struggle with that. So if you could like help me with that, because right
Yes.
now I gotta get myself a new car.
Oh, I
And
could definitely help you with that because I suck at
yes,
math, but if it got anything to do with money, I'm good at it.
yes,
And I have my own car too. I worked 3 jobs to get my car.
oh my god, 3 jobs. But it's like so like bro, oh my god, it's impossible to get jobs because like most of the jobs around here that's like within the bus distance, most people already got those. So the jobs that I want, especially like summer internships, they'll be in DC or Baltimore.
That's why you gotta get them after like when everyone's gone. That's why I live down here now.
Yeah.
That's why we live closer to the school. So then we have a job all year around.
Okay, I see.
It's way easier because when everyone's gone, they're gonna be looking and needing people, and then you just take their spot.
Right.
Way easier. But I always say go further down. Go further down in like Salisbury. And then there's a lot of bus systems down here that I've seen so far, more than just what we have. And if you even try to get a job, like it takes you to Walmart or the mall or anything, I'm pretty sure you can find something for sure.
I'm gonna have to look into the bus system because I haven't used it in so long. Since I had a car, but I don't. So it's like I need to know how how much I need to work per week to be able to reach my set goal. Cause what I want to do is that I don't want to finance my car. This is the first car I'll be buying myself. My dad paid my first car, so and he financed it. I don't want to finance mine. I want to buy mine outright in cash.
That's what I did. So what you do is you have to have a set amount. And I went to an auction for mine, and I spent no more than $3,010. Got it fixed up with the extra 1,000, so it was about $4,010 for my car. It's a 2008 Toyota Camry with only 151 or 149K miles.
Uh-huh.
And Toyota Camrys live for a very long time, like into the 500K mile range. So
yeah,
I'm saying it can last me my whole 4 to 5 years here.
Yeah,
I
had a little Honda Accord, and when I tell you, girl, it was so reliable. I'm so sad it's gone, but it's okay because I'm gonna give me another one. But I heard about auctions. There's like a couple in Baltimore, but the thing is, my dad and I have been looking at them. But the problem is that you need a mechanic to come with you.
Yeah.
But I don't know where to find a mechanic, and my dad doesn't know anybody who is a mechanic, so it's kind of difficult. But like those cars are very like affordable. They're like $3,000.
Girl, hit me up. Hit me up after the podcast. I have a mechanic. All my family is like, all the males on my dad's side is just mechanics. That's how I got my car. He went and bought it for me, picked it up for me, sent it to my house, got it fixed, everything, and he finds it fun. So we can find you something.
Okay. I'm gonna look into that. Okay, yes, I will definitely hit you up on that. Because I would like to get a car not from a dealership, but just because the dealership ones are like 8,000, 10,000. But if I can get the 3,000, it's the same make and model. I mean, that's better for me.
And then the ones at the dealerships, they're not even that good anyway. I went to go see the same car, and it was $10,000, and it had more miles and more issues. So don't even go to a dealership at all.
Okay.
You want already ready.
Okay. Yes, I'm gonna hit you up on that because I really want a car from on auction. I could actually get for cheaper. Like literally, if I offer like 1,000 and no one offers higher than me, there's my car immediately. Like
yeah, definitely.
So if I just have a mechanic who's just willing to come out there for with my dad and I, oh my god, I would appreciate it so much because I don't want to spend so much on a car, but I just really want a reliable car with plenty of trunk space because, I got so much stuff bringing down, and I got my dog, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, and not only that, it's like, if I buy from a dealership, I'm going to have to finance. And like I said, I don't want to. I really don't want to. So, I want to pay it outright in cash and then just focus on the insurance costs because I'm under my dad's insurance. And apparently, you're going to be under your parents' insurance until you're 25.
Yep.
Which is great. Thank God. Because my insurance is like 400 a month. Cries.
For car insurance?
Yes, my car insurance, bro.
Y'all got that?
I
gotta pay for my car insurance every month.
Wait, I mean it's 400 a month though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, for me, it went from like 318 to now being 177.
How'd you do that? 177 a month.
State Farm.
But I'm in State Farm too. But they trying to about what? I don't know.
The one down here, did good. The one down here in Princess Anne, they did good. They did me good. I got my renter's insurance included. I got my life insurance and my car insurance. Altogether, I'm paying probably $220.
Oh, okay.
So in case I die tomorrow, my expenses paid.
Oh, damn. Pray that doesn't happen. Wait. So does your insurance rate depend on where you live, like your zip code?
I don't even know.
Because bro, why is mine 400?
Maybe it was the make of the car.
It probably is.
I had an older model. Maybe that's why. I just got liability. So
yeah, because the model I put in was like a Hyundai, something Santa SE 2018.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, 2018. Yep, that's why. but
I always recommend getting the older models.
Yes, like my Honda was a 2015, and my dad was paying for my insurance, but now, after what happened to my Honda, he's like, yeah, never, no, that was the last time. I was like, no. So he's like, you're under my insurance, but you're gonna have to pay the difference, of course. I was like, so I don't know. I'm looking around for we're off topic, but real quick, I'm gonna finish up. I'm just looking around for cars, different models and makes, and trying to see how much insurance costs, how much repairs would cost, and then I'm gonna decide from there. And I'm gonna just look for a specific one from like an auction or something like that.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes. I will contact you about that mechanic though.
Yes.
Okay. All right. On to the next section. So now that we've discussed the signs it might be the right time, let's take a closer look at potential challenges and red flags that could arise when moving in together. It's important to be aware of these issues so that you can address them proactively, ensuring your shared living space remains healthy and positive for both partners. So here are the potential challenges and how to address them. Uneven workload in maintaining the household. One of the most common issues couples face when living together is the distribution of household chores. Whether it's cleaning, cooking, or managing other responsibilities, if the workload isn't evenly split, it can lead to frustration and resentment. To avoid this, it's important to have open conversations about expectations earlier on. Make a chore schedule or system that works for both of you, and regularly check in to make sure things feel fair. Communication is key, and addressing this issue early on can prevent it from becoming a bigger problem. 2. Navigating differing routines or habits. Every person has their own habits, from sleep schedules to eating habits to how they organize their space. When you live together, these habits may clash. Maybe one partner is an early riser while the other stays up late, or one likes everything in its place while the other prefers a more laid-back, flexible environment. The key here is compromise. Both partners should be open to adjusting their routines where possible and work together to find a rhythm that suits both of you. It might take some time to find that balance, but patience and respect for each other's habits can make it work. 3. Conflict over finances, chores, or social time. Money, household chores, and social time are common sources of conflict for couples living together. Financial disagreements about how to share costs of or manage expenses can lead to tension, as can differing preferences about how to divide household responsibilities. Even something as simple as how much social time to spend together versus apart can spark conflict. These issues are best addressed through clear communication and setting expectations up front. It's helpful to set a budget, divide chores, and find time to spend together and apart. If conflicts arise, approach them calmly, listen to each other's perspectives, and be willing to compromise. Now, here are some red flags to consider: a history of toxic or controlling behavior. If either partner has exhibited toxic or controlling behavior in the past, whether that's emotional manipulation, excessive jealousy, or an unhealthy level of dependence, moving in together can amplify these issues. It's crucial to recognize these behaviors early and not ignore them. Healthy relationships are based on mutual respect and trust. If you're experiencing signs of toxicity, it may be better to address these issues before taking such a significant step as moving in together. 2. Lack of discussion about boundaries or expectations. If you and your partner haven't had conversations about boundaries and expectations, this can lead to frustration and misunderstandings. Boundaries can include personal space, social plans, financial responsibilities, and even emotional boundaries. It's essential to be clear about what you each need from the relationship and living arrangement. If you haven't had these discussions yet, it's important to take the time to do so before moving in together. And finally, 3, not feeling fully comfortable or safe in the decision. If either partner has doubts or doesn't feel entirely comfortable with the idea of living together, those feelings should be addressed. Moving in together should be a mutual decision based on both individuals feeling confident and secure about the step. If one person is feeling pressured, uneasy, or unsafe, it's important to have an open and honest conversation about those feelings. It may be a sign that more time or a deeper understanding is needed before taking that step. So, being aware of these challenges and red flags can help you avoid potential pitfalls in your decision to move in together. By addressing issues like an uneven workload, differing routines, and financial or social conflicts early on, you can create a harmonious living environment. Additionally, paying attention to red flags like toxic behavior or a lack of clear communication can help you make an informed, healthy decision. If you and your partner are honest with each other and about expectations, boundaries, and concerns, you'll be in a much stronger position to make moving in together a positive and rewarding experience. What are your thoughts?
So, referring to what you had started this topic off with the workload that we obviously have divided between ourselves, wasn't really any conflict with that. Um, it just came naturally. Like, I do this, you do that, and we just really agreed upon that almost immediately. And when it comes to like I guess our social time, we always make time for ourselves, like within either of our schedules. Like throughout the day, if we have either have something planned, we either do something with each other, I say before it happens or after, so we can unwind together.
And sometimes we can't even unwind together because my job sometimes requires me to work overnight. So I'll leave and he'll have to sleep by himself and everything. And he absolutely hates it. But it's something where we give each other that space.
Mm-hmm.
So while I'm up at the hotel all day and night, he's like getting his time. So when I'm working and he's home, it's like we're always getting our space, if that makes sense. Like we're always getting that time to relax and rewind and give each other a break. But like I said, we are very clingy. So so even when he doesn't want that space, he always has to get it, and it's so sad.
All right. Well, how do you guys handle, like, I guess, have you ever like faced any struggles, and if you have faced some like issues where you had a disagreement, or you guys were kind of struggling with how to solve a problem, how did you guys go about that, handling a situation like that?
So one that probably, like, the only issue we've had so far is we did just get this place together. We probably lived with each other so far for almost 2 months. Like, yeah, about 2.5 now. And basically, his family, some of his family isn't the happiest with him living with me, because they don't think it's enough time, or they think we're with each other too much. A lot of our families say that we need space from each other, and they think it's like a codependency thing, but with us, it's really not that. It's just we enjoy each other's company. And it's hard to find people that we enjoy our company with, because a lot of the people nowadays aren't into what we are into. A lot of people are into partying and drinking and smoking, and we don't even like that stuff around us, for real. So it's like when we're with each other, we really get each other. Like, he's my best friend, and that's how it was in the beginning anyway. So one issue we had was his family wanted him over the holidays, and I did not want him to go, because I was going to be home alone for a whole week, like home alone by myself over the holidays. And not only was that going to happen, but in the midst of him being down there, his dad wanted him to be in the moment, and he didn't even let him contact me. And that upset me. And then another issue was it was raining. So he was going to have to stay down there longer and come back home on the day of our anniversary, which was going to be, like, I think yesterday.
Yeah.
And so that made me so upset. And we had a big blow up argument over that. How do you think we navigated it? Yeah, how do you think we navigated it?
Well, at first there wasn't really any communication. It was more of just, there was a lot of
emotions.
There's a lot of emotions at first, but I say after we both ended up calming ourselves, we did have this, what was like an hour?
A long conversation.
It was like a very long conversation about what had happened, how we can improve upon it, how to make sure
it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Because for me, I have no issues with him being gone. It's just, we just got a place together. We should spend our holidays together in our new place. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's our anniversary. You should be home the day before our anniversary. Mm-hmm. And I was very dead set on that. And what made me so upset was, why is your father not letting you speak to me, who you, like, I know you don't see him often, but we're literally going on a trip. I took a whole week off to go see your dad, to be with your dad. And he's not letting me. It just upset me, because you left me at home by myself in a new place that we just moved in, a new area. No family around here. Everyone and friends is like 3 hours away. So for him to not be able to speak to me, it did something to me. It just really, really grinded my gears. So that was a huge, huge issue. And it took a minute for me to even really forgive him. It did take me a minute. Not going to lie, I probably just forgave him yesterday. In my head. In my head, I didn't tell him, but yeah, it was a whole hassle. It really, really was. But that was something we fixed. So yeah.
Okay, I really do appreciate you guys' transparency. It does sound like it was fresh.
Yes.
I could hear the emotion in your voice, so it definitely did impact you. And let me ask a question. Do you feel like his father may have overstepped a boundary?
I told him he did.
Yes.
Okay, so you told your dad that he did.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's like, see, I think I covered this in an earlier episode about like family and boundaries, because sometimes your parents or any of your family members are going to overstep boundaries when it comes to your relationship, and they're going to say, well, I don't agree with y'all doing that, I don't agree with this, blah blah blah. And then sometimes your family they're rude to your partner, maybe they're disrespectful, maybe they say something crass, or maybe like a backhanded comment. And your partner is going to have to learn how to defend you when it comes to their family. Because yes, I can understand, like, okay, now you gotta defend your partner against your family, people that you've spent your entire life with.
But that's the thing with us, like in traditional households that we are currently practicing, when you are in a relationship, like you said, we are dating to marry. Your wife or whoever you're with is supposed to be above your parents.
Yeah.
Solely because that's your own family.
That's your new family. Yes.
Yes, you're building a whole new family. Therefore, you have to break off from that, and you have to tell them you're overstepping. For example, for me, I don't live with my mom or my dad. I lived with my grandma. And my grandma, she tends to overstep.
Yeah.
She overstepped our whole relationship. And for me, it did not take long for me to defend him or anything, because she tends to overstep in everything in my life. And I had to tell her, you need to not. And he is new to this. He's very new to this, because for me and him, his mom has never overstepped.
Okay.
Maybe once, maybe twice, but she has never overstepped.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the part in our relationship where I didn't really know much of his dad until maybe 2 years in, right? I didn't know much of your dad until we were 2 years in. So now his dad is a real iron fist type of guy, very blunt, very honest. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie, it gets annoying. He knows how I feel about that.
Bro, I'm his kid, bro.
So, but not to overstep my whole life, he's just getting into it. So when we did have that early on situation, I said, I had to tell him, this is your moment. Go fix this. I had to tell him, I'm not doing nothing. You go defend me, because I'm not going to say crap to your family.
I mean,
and I shouldn't have to.
Yes, clock it, because like, that's your significant other's responsibility. Like, if his family or if your family disrespected the opposite's partner, you gotta step in and put your foot down and be like, nope, that's not okay. Honestly, I feel like everybody should do that, and a lot of people don't. Like, for me, my ex, like, his mother would say backhanded comments, or she would be very disrespectful towards me, and he would just let it slide. Yeah. And honestly, I believe that they had a what do you call it? It's like a mother who was very codependent on her son. Because she's a single mother, and so she's very codependent on him, as he's a man, and he's older now, and it was kind of like a what's the term? It's like a mother romancing her son, if you get what I mean. Kind of like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, like attached to
I've
him.
seen so many TikToks on it.
Yes, and it's not a healthy
I totally
relationship.
understand that. It's
It's
not.
not.
It's not. Once again, that goes back to boundaries.
Mm-hmm. And
Definitely goes back to boundaries. If you
yeah,
don't have that boundary, then we have an issue.
yes, and she was very aggressive. Like, they're from Baltimore, so she was like very aggressive, very
Ugh.
ghetto, right? And he and he would allow it. Like he would never defend me, and he hardly defended me against his friends sometimes, and that was like a that was
Yeah, and that's what you call not a
yeah.
man. That's a boy.
Yeah, that's a boy because if this is your girlfriend, even his female friends, he wouldn't even like if they said something.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, yeah, that's a big red flag too. Like his female friends would talk bad about me. It was one time, and it was like much later on in our relationship. One of his female friends from high school found out he was even dating somebody, and I was like, and she got mad. She got mad because she was like, "You didn't tell me that you had a bitch." That's how she said it. Mm-hmm.
Um,
And he immediately put his foot down. Of course, she texted him this. She was like, she sent him a screenshot of my Instagram account and told him, "You didn't tell me you had a bitch." And so he called her and was like, "First of all, you're gonna watch yourself because you don't call my girlfriend a bitch. Like, watch your mouth." And two, I don't need to tell you. But to me, honestly, it was nice that he defended me, but I'm swear to God, that was the first time he ever defended me against any of his female friends. And
mm.
and the thing
That's
is,
the biggest red flag, but the one red flag is friends. Some friends are temporary. The person that's going to be in y'all relationship and in y'all life for the longest of the time of y'all ever being together is that mom. So I would definitely have to say the moment, it don't matter what he do with anyone else, but the moment you don't defend me with your blood, we have an issue.
mm-hmm,
We have a real big issue. And there was one time where my Jacob's friend called me a bitch,
mm-hmm.
and all we were doing was playing Uno. But I don't care.
Nah,
don't call me out my name.
I took like me and him. I talked to him about it. I told him like, look, I know how we are when we're like me and my friends. Like we call each other out of name. We don't mean that no kind of way.
Right.
And he got too comfortable with that and go hurt that. I'm like, dog.
That's
I
my
get how we
girl.
are, but you can't do that with her.
Yeah.
And then
Love that. Oh my God.
and like I came to him as like my friend, like not really like screaming at him this that, came to him calm, and he responded. He was like I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Thank you for coming to me like this instead of just blowing up in my face.
Nah, I wanted to blow up.
I know.
I wanted to blow up. Me personally, Jacob, we're like complete opposites.
Yeah.
I'm more the aggressor. I have the most energy in the whole relationship, and it's been like that since we've met.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been low, calm down, type of low vibe energy. So it's like opposites attract.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why we can stand each other so much. But I will always be the one to be like, oh, hell no. And he'll be like, calm down. And I'm just like, fuck no. Like, I just can't.
Right.
I just can't.
No, I'm not gonna lie, like, for my ex, I really can't say we were opposites. Because, like, I feel like I'm a very passionate woman. So, like, but at the same time, I sometimes avoid conflict. So, like, if someone disrespects me, and I believe it's a force of habit because I was so used to being disrespected by my ex that I would avoid confronting people who disrespected me. But during the times where I was ready to throw down if someone disrespected him, he would tell me, no. And he was like, I don't want you to try to fight for me. And the thing was is that it wasn't like he was trying to calm me down to calm me down in general, but it's just that he didn't want a woman fighting for him, if that makes sense.
Which is so bad.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like I don't need a woman to protect me. I got my own. Like, no, I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna protect what's mine, you know?
Yes, and I genuinely can't even agree with him, like, at all, because for Jacob and I, it's like we move as a unit. We don't care. Me and Jacob, we jump people. Okay, if he fighting someone, I'm fighting them before he can even touch my man. And the same goes for me. Same goes for me. If he sees me about to fight someone, he gonna let me get a couple hits in, and then he gonna jump in. He don't care. We are one person, and that goes for everyone too, because all of our friends know that me and him, we're like a unit. If you see one, you see the other, and we literally, like, we always call ourselves just one person, because that's just how a couple should be.
And that's how we've always been.
Honestly, a couple should be a fusion, like Steven Universe. Yes.
Literally. Where's Stevani up in this bitch?
Exactly. But, like, honestly, for the relationship I was in, I didn't feel like I was a unit at all. Like, I literally felt like I was by myself, and that's why there's just so much. There were so many red flags in that relationship, and I'm mad at myself that stayed for as long as I did. But, you know, love can blind you, man. Love can blind you. But
so bad.
Yes. And I learned my lesson. Like, it's just those red flags. Like, if my man doesn't want me to protect him because I'm a woman, I'm like, why? You know? Because if you're going to protect me, I'm going to protect you. I don't care if you're a man. Like, no, you're not weak because your woman had to fight for you. Like, no, we are a team. I'm going to fight for you regardless if you're a man or not. Like, at the
Say it again, Jacob.
He's weak for not letting you fight for him.
Amen.
Hey, say it again. He's weak because what?
He didn't let you fight for him.
Exactly. Exactly. Because that's like insecurity. That is an insecurity. It's like,
it's pride. It's just pride. That's all it is. And that's one thing. I cannot do a prideful man. I can't.
Yeah.
Ain't that low, bro.
Egotistical man, I can't.
Yes, he was very narcissistic, egotistical. The whole baggage. The whole baggage. He was just a terrible person overall. And and then not only that, he was a cheater and he was an abuser. Like, he was just everything, bro. He was the worst. He was the worst. He was the worst.
I had a situation like that, I swear. And all you can really do is just realize that sometimes before you even meet them, that there's something with you that's why you're saying. Like, for me, I just had, like, the most traumatic thing ever happen to me in my whole entire life. And then I dove into the relationship, the first guy that I ever freaking met when I got there, and he did me dirty. Had people calling my phone saying that they were pregnant, had people telling me that he was cheating on me, but never actually. They were always playing. In their eyes, they were playing. So for me, I'm going to believe my man until he gives me a reason not to. And even though he gave me so many reasons, I still stayed because I just didn't know how to leave. And then one day, like, I found out that the whole school known that he's been cheating on me.
That nigga was a hoe, bro.
The whole school known. Even this guy. I didn't know Jacob yet, but he known that he was cheating on me, and he did not tell me.
I didn't know if y'all was for real, or y'all was just like, it was a little thing going on. That's why.
The whole school known that I was getting cheated on, and then one guy, he told me what had happened, and, like, there was, like, videos and everything, and all I know is that moment happened. I don't know what came over me, but I felt like I was so happy. Like, I was happy. I was like, wow, finally someone told me. But I was very, very, very embarrassed, because how can the whole school know? And they just made me sit there looking stupid. So I remember pulling him out of class and telling him, no.
We're done.
No. And he wanted me back. But I felt like he wanted me back just to manipulate me again. And I never gave him that chance again. He had people coming up to me, girls coming up to me, telling me that he wanted me. And I'm just like, if you want me, why didn't you do it yourself?
Bro, Pathetic.
It was just pure pathetic. Pure pathetic. I helped this guy so much. I graduated early and I took that man with me. And he graduated early because of me.
Oh my God, you wanna know something? Oh my God. My ex literally failed his freshman year. Failed his freshman year. And I don't care. I'm gonna talk about it because you know what? That's all he cares about is his little self-image. He doesn't want nobody to know he failed, but he did. He failed his freshman year and then and he asked me to help him with his homework all of the fall semester of my sophomore year, and he had to repeat his freshman year. Literally, like the whole summer, him and his mom were trying to figure out how to get him back into the school. And you know, like when you get put on academic probation, you have to like send them a letter stating what happened, why did you fail, what were the external factors, and asking for forgiveness to be to be let back in. And then when you let back in, you're put on probation. So I literally helped him with his letter, and I edited it for him to make sure that he got back in. And then
how many classes do you have to fail to get on academic probation?
Man, I don't see. You have to have below a 2.5.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Like when I tell you his GPA was non-existent. It was non-existent, guys. He was not even a student. He wasn't even there technically. He would skip classes. I don't even know what he was doing, like partying the whole time, hoeing around. I don't know what he was doing before I started dating him. But look, came back my sophomore year, his freshman year again. And do you know this nigga went around lying to everybody, telling him, "Oh, I'm a sophomore," and I'll give him the side eye. Like, bro, you're embarrassing, bro. Because why are you telling everybody that you passed? You failed. And then bro had the nerve to ask me to do homework for him. And I'm so mad at myself, but I did. And I'm so mad. I would help him because I loved him. I didn't want him to fail and drop out. So I did. I helped him. And do you know he just barely passed the fall semester because of me. Because every now and then I wouldn't help him, and he would just like not do his homework. So guess what? He passed the fall semester of his freshman year the second time around. And then, my grades started suffering because I was focusing so much of my energy on him and his academics that my academics were starting to suffer. So I had to like kind of step back a little bit, and that's why he barely passed. And I was able to handle my shit. So then, spring semester of my sophomore year, I was like, no more. I can't do it because I almost ended up in the same position as you, and I'm an honor student. I can't go below a 3.3. So you deal with that. And I let him deal with it. And guess what happened?
He failed.
He dropped out.
Oh.
He dropped the fuck out of school. Gone. And you know how and do you know how many people probably think that he just left? No, he failed. And he doesn't want people to know that. He does not want people to know that he dropped out. Because it's embarrassing. Like, he really sat there, had his girlfriend do his homework for him, and would be playing fucking Brawlhalla the whole time.
Oh my gosh, not Brawlhalla.
Yes, and raging. And I'm over here clicking-clacketing on the laptop. Like, huh?
Nope.
So he dropped out. And I told him to go back to school. Because you can't get most jobs with a bachelor's degree without a bachelor's degree, bro. You're gonna be making minimum wage. And he was like, no. He refused to go back. And I was like, why? But
you can't help someone who don't want to help themselves. If he want to be a bum all his life, let him do that.
I know, bro. I know, cause like I was like, bro, look, bro. I'm an honor student. I got shit going for myself. I got a job. I know what I want to do when I graduate. I'm going straight into the Air Force. And by the way, he tried to discourage me from joining the military, mind you. And yes, and I got stuff going for myself. So I do not want to be dating a scrub. If you know that song, No Scrub.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't need to date no one who doesn't want you to be the best that you can be, like, at all. And for him to discourage you from doing such a life-changing decision is crazy. Because when I went through my Navy boot camp experience, which is like 10 weeks now, 9-10 weeks, that was horrible. And I remember getting my first letter from Jacob. Not gonna lie, he was the only person who ever answered my calls.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he was in school or anything, I always knew that I would not be wasting my money calling him, because you will be wasting your coins if someone does not answer that phone call.
Right.
So I was so happy that he would answer.
See, and that's
I would spend my whole phone card on him.
See, and that's a real one, because I'm so serious. He would give me so many stupid excuses, like, I don't want you to join the military because you can end up dying in a war. I'm like, no. First of all, I want an MOS in public affairs. Where am I going to be handling a machine gun on the front lines while reporting news? Like, make it make sense. No, you know the thing is, he didn't want me to be successful because he wasn't successful.
He wanted you to be a scrub with him, and you can't do that.
Like, he wanted me to be a bum like him in Baltimore, still stuck, making minimum wage. Like, no, honey, I'm going to be making like $100K a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I'm going to be making more than that. So you can go ahead and keep doing your little 30K a year or whatever you want to do. But I'm going to do me, boo. And look, and he tried to discourage me from being Miss Sophomore last year. He was like, I heard it's very hard, and not only that, but people will think that you're dating Mr. Sophomore.
Get that shit. When I ran for Mrs. Freshman, I ran and he did not care. He was like, "It's fine because you know what home you coming back to. It don't matter."
God, say it again. You know. Bro, you know what home you're coming back to. That's exactly what I said. I told him, it don't matter what anybody thinks. If they think that I'm dating Mr. Sophomore, oh fucking well. People can have their opinions. They can make their assumptions. At the end of the day, we both know we're together. So you can go and be proud of your girlfriend on that stage with her flowers and be a supportive boyfriend. But no, bro, he fought so hard during July when I was interviewing, and when I got in, he was like, well, I mean, there's not much I can do. But, bro, he came to my coronation, but, like, I really feel like he wasn't really that happy. Like literally, when I was taking pictures, oh my gosh, my parents and my family, they noticed it. It was so embarrassing when they told me that they noticed, but we were at the banquet after the ceremony, and my family they were taking pictures of me and Mr. Sophomore. And my boyfriend was standing across from us, just staring us down. And he barely let me take photos, bro. Like, I literally took, like, 3 photos, and he immediately came over and yanked me away.
Dog. Oh, my God.
Like, no, this is mine. Like, no, bro. Like, stop. Like, you're doing too much. Like, bro, doing too much. And then, he tried to take the skateboarding club away from me.
Huh?
Yes. A lot of people noticed it. When I founded the club, I told him about it, and I was like, do you want to make this club with me? He was like, yeah. So he became co-founder, right?
Yeah.
And then he asked to be president because he said, I feel like I would be able to preside over this club better. And I thought about it, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was lazy, so I was like, yeah, sure. So I made him president. But when I tell you that role got to his head, like, he tried to, but the thing is that he would barely show up to our meetings. He barely put any work in to even develop the club. I did everything. I was vice president, and I did what the president should have been doing. Making the flyers, talking to university officials to officialize our club. I got the table set up at the when they introduced the clubs in the hallways and organizations. I set that all up, and guess who came an hour late?
No way,
He
brother.
came an hour late. And I already had the table set up. I was giving people my Instagram. I was doing what I needed to do. Do you know he came in and told me to stop giving people my Instagram and give them his instead?
That's what you call. I don't even know what that's what you call. That's just ill.
That's just nasty.
And look, I was talking to my friend Jada, and she was interested in the club. And she was a freshman, and she was interested. I'm talking to her. He just gets there, and do you know that he butted into our conversation and inserted himself into the conversation? Was like, "Hi, my name is Hassan." And then he started talking and talking and talking, and then he was like,
"You just name drop."
Yeah.
I was waiting for a name. I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't even care anymore, honestly.
I hope he hears this because he needs to know that we all are looking at you, Hassan or whatever, and we're just giving you the biggest side eye of your fucking life.
Because, are you serious, bro? He inserted himself into the conversation. Was like, "Yeah, I'm the president. Here, you can have my Instagram." And I was like, "I already gave her mine." And then he was like, "Well, I'm giving her mine because I'm the president." And literally, Jada told me that she was like, "Damn, like, bro, who's this?" like, you know what I mean? Like, that was like so rude. And she said she peeped that she said her first impression of him was literally that, and she automatically knew, yeah, that's not a guy I want to hang out with.
No.
And he kept doing that. Like, we literally argued in front of people because he kept telling me to take my Instagram QR code off the flyer and put his Instagram QR code on there instead. Like, he really tried to take control. And then later we would argue about who was the founder of the club. I'm like, bro, look, I'm not talking about this, bro. I founded the club. Don't even try it with me. He tried to say he founded the club. That doesn't make sense.
Well, look who's dropping out, though.
Exactly. Look who dropped out.
Look who's gone.
Like, look at you now. And that was the whole problem. I'm sorry. I ranted. I'm so sorry. I keep ranting, and I'm like very.
Don't worry about it.
I'm very passionate about that topic because I don't care. I'm talking about my experience that I went through, because that's my experience, and I'm not gonna try to hide it. I'm not gonna be scared to talk about it because it's all true. It's all true. You know, it's not like I'm lying or defaming him. Like, it's all true. Everything I'm saying is true. You know. And if he's worried,
it's your truth.
And it's my truth, it's my story. And if he's worried about people not being friends with him anymore or people seeing him differently, well, honey, you should have thought about that before you did what you did.
Yeah.
So I say that all to say, though, like, I like that you guys are supportive of one another. I like the fact that you guys got your own things going on and you support one another. And not only that, but when your family members overstep boundaries and may be rude or disrespectful to your partners, you guys put your foot down and you defend your partner. Or even if friends do it too, yes, and especially friends, if they do it. I love that. Thank you so much. You guys are like a great example of a healthy relationship. Love that.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, so now that we've covered the pros, cons, and signs that it's the right time, and potential challenges, let's turn it over to our guest speakers to dive deeper into their personal experiences. We've got some insightful questions that will help bring this topic to life. So I'm excited to hear their thoughts and advice. So let's get started. I'm going to ask you guys about 6 questions, and you guys can take turns answering. The first question: what was the moment you realized it was time to move in together? And what was there a specific event or conversation that helped you both make that decision?
For me, it was like what, May of 23, wasn't it?
Of what?
When we first started like having those talks about moving in. Because originally we wanted to move to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And realized that was a horrible idea.
It wasn't a horrible idea. It was just a matter of college. We didn't know what we were going to do down there. And we just had this big scare about us going to different colleges. We didn't want to do the whole divide thing. Like I said, we're very clingy, and we didn't want to spend extra money on dispersing. And so when we found this university, we realized that it had both of our majors and that we wanted to be together. But that's how we first started talking about homes. But we realized that we weren't ready, and I was really scared of him not being ready and then all responsibility just be falling on me. But when we came down here, we had this big thing about sneaking into the dorms to like actually be able to even spend time with each other. At first, we didn't do that. We would hang out with each other outside and just FaceTime at night. But it started to get cold, and yeah, we started to really miss each other. So we started sneaking each other into each other's dorms, and he hates sneaking. He hates any type of form of sneaky business. And so it really got to us. So we were like, it's time that we take the leap. And we definitely did take a leap, because we started signing application papers the moment we found a place that had an open slot for us.
Yeah.
Like, it was like we signed it in and we moved in the next week. We found the place, moved in the next week. It was that quick. And not gonna lie, it was very, very crazy transition, because everyone was having to move out for winter break. And the day everyone was moving out, we were moving into our new place. So it just worked out very well. It worked out very well.
So overall, I say we knew it was time, like, to move in because of what's going on around us, and a shared mutual agreement that we didn't have at first when we first started talking about moving in together.
We had to delve way deeper.
So much research.
So, like, very deeper. And like I said, we knew that if push come to shove, if someone was sick or someone couldn't go to work to cover the rent, we know that we got it. So it was just a perfect fit, and I swear it was good luck. Good luck or blessings or something.
Yeah.
All right. Question 2. Did you face any unexpected challenges or surprises after moving in together? How did you navigate those?
So a challenge was probably, once again, family. A lot of family were not really supportive of the decision, but we've been together long enough to know that if they don't care, we're going to do it anyway. Like, we're going to do it anyway, because at the end of the day,
it's us, not them.
It's me and him forever, not them. We're breaking off into our own family. We're creating our own mini family. Like, for example, we have a cat now.
Aww, meow meow.
So, no kids, no touch. But
just a little meow meow.
A beautiful cat. So it's like we're just focusing on us at the end of the day, and not really worried about what everyone else has going on. So that was probably the biggest issue, because besides that, we've really been enjoying our time. We have like a lot of stuff here. Like,
it's so fun here.
Yes, it's so fun. And since we've done all the research and done all this, spreading apart chores and everything just has been smooth sailing. Our house stays clean. We have a TV in every room. We have internet. Nothing's cut off. We have our own washer and dryer. It's like we're just set.
Yeah.
So there hasn't been any issues as far as the home yet.
All right, love that. Question 3. How did you communicate your expectations around shared responsibilities, finances, and personal space? Were there any moments of miscommunication? And how did you address them?
Miscommunication. Trying to think. Can you say that question one more time so we can think?
Right. All right. So, how did you communicate your expectations around shared responsibilities, finances, and personal space? When you communicated that, were there any moments of miscommunication? And if there was, how did you address them?
Okay. So for me personally, I already been expressing to him that I'm so sick and tired of working. Like I didn't even get to experience my high school because I moved middle of my sophomore year. COVID happened, so ninth grade was non-existent online, and then 10th grade moved in the middle of it. Skipped 11th grade, 12th grade. It was online, so I really didn't get to experience anything, and I wanted to do the weightlifting club, couldn't do it. So I just want to really experience as much as I can here at our HBCU. So I really want to stop working as much. I want to join the modeling team. I want to, I don't know, maybe think about joining a sorority. I want to actually do something. Like when I took time off to do and run for Mrs. Freshman, which I barely even did. All I did was change all my shifts to overnight so I wasn't as tired. Mm-hmm. So I was super tired and burnt out, but I wanted to do something for me and to enjoy something. And I just really want to just join the powerlifting team, modeling team, be more involved. And I can't do that when I'm working all the time. He's not into any clubs or anything. So I just feel and be like, yeah, you do it now. I'm done.
Right.
So I feel like communication is definitely our strong suit and where we excel.
And we haven't, it's been, I say, it's been like a lot of months since we have like a miscommunication with really anything.
Mm-hmm. It's been a minute. Besides the whole crisis I told you about with the dad, there hasn't been anything.
All right. Question 4. Did you face any pressure from family, friends, or external factors when deciding to move in together? How did you manage those outside influences while staying true to your own decision? I think we already covered that, but you can go ahead and, say a little bit about that.
Yeah, so my dad wasn't fucking with it at all. Let me just point that out. My father, he
denied it.
He openly said he didn't like it. I told him that's cool. I still want to do it, and me and him had a whole back and forth with him not wanting me to move in with her because he didn't think I was ready. But newsflash, sir, you left my life about what? I was say 12, and he didn't come back till I was 15.
Damn.
So I took that time to try to help myself like grow personally.
Yeah.
Even when he came back, he was still barely there because he was still trying to work his own shit out.
Mm-hmm. And like I'll add someone else. My best friend, she's someone who really wanted us to be overly prepared. And like I said, we knew what we wanted to do. We were very prepared as far as research and communication wise. But the moment we found a place, we just moved in, and she thought we weren't ready for it. She didn't even want us to have a place until we had like $5,000 to our name. And I was just like, you know what? You never know what's going to happen. Just dive into it. It's like, don't take, I'm not going to tell you just get a place if you got $0 to your name or you got $900. But if you guys ever seen that TikTok where it's like, don't wait, get that place with your first paycheck. That's literally what we did. Mm-hmm. And he was not messing with it. But I mean, we have been good. We're planning trips. we're planning, like, for example, Christmas of 2025, we're going to Disneyland in California. And this March, we're going to Seattle.
Oh my god. All the way up in wait, don't tell me. Hold on. Washington, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, so far.
So we're big on traveling. So it's like we're set. Don't wait for a bunch of money. I mean, it's cool, it's cute, or whatever. But if you want that place, go get it. As long as you know that you got at least 2 months rent. And if you're good at budgeting, you're really going to be good.
You never know what tomorrow will bring.
You don't at all. That's why you got to have a savings too, because you don't know what you're going to need.
Right, which I kind of regret because I got credit card debt right now.
Don't we all?
Yes,
Don't we all?
bro. And I owe
If that
so
refund
much.
check hit, girl, you better pay that debt off.
I'm trying, but I'm honestly, I kind of wanna deal with that first before I even attempt to get a car because, yeah, like I just need to get all debt taken care of before I even like try to get a car because I want to get my credit score back up. And I don't know how long it's gonna take for it to go up once I start paying this off, or get it paid off completely.
If you pay it off to zero the moment you get your check, your credit score is gonna skyrocket. Mm-hmm. It's gonna skyrocket like so bad. Like I went to a Carnival cruise, maxed my credit card out, paid it off in one whole go. After it took a huge shot at my credit, my shit went right back to 700, girl.
Ooh, okay, I might have to do that. It's just so hard because like I'm not working right now, and that's making it really hard. And so I'm gonna have to get like a well-paying job. Like I feel like minimum wage is not enough. I need like, I don't even know. I gotta look because it's like really internships that pay the 20 an hour type stuff.
You gonna get it. Trust. Especially the things you be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Got a good little resume going, girl.
Yes, yes, my resume is expanding. All right, so question 5. How did you know if you were ready for the long-term commitment of living together? Were there any signs that helped you feel confident in your choice?
Go, Jacob.
I say
sit up so the mic can hear you.
Right here. But I say signs that like made me confident in my choice was I feel like in the 3 years I've known her, we've already been through so much that most couples wouldn't have even have gone through yet. Uh-huh. So that has built our bond to a point where it's like I trust her explicitly. I trust her with almost everything that I'm doing or everything she's doing. I don't have to worry about her. And especially when it comes to hard choices. When hard choices have to be made, we sit, we talk through it, we make sure we're on the same page before doing something the other wouldn't be comfortable with. And that was evident when I was going to end up going to Coppin State until I really weighed my options. I was like, you know what? Like she had a talk where she expressed how she wasn't comfortable with it. And once we ended up getting through that, I feel like our bond ended up deepening because no matter what, we both have opinions, especially when it comes to like the hard stuff. So when it came to living together, it wasn't really, we talked, but it wasn't really like anything new to us, honestly.
Yes, and like he said, we have gone through a lot together that most younger relationships don't really go through. Yeah, like we've seen a lot of shit, like death in our families that took a hard toll on people. Like we have showed each other our darkest, deepest selves, and it's gone to where, like, my little brother went missing for days, and he was the only person I could confide in or cry about it with, because my family, you got to stay strong for most people.
Right.
And if everyone's crying, I'm not going to cry. Before he met me, he knew that I was a very strong, aggressive, independent woman. And he had to literally fight with me to let him do anything for me. So this whole 90-10 thing, he's been fighting 3 years to get it. 3 years to get it. So it's like he's been wanting this for the whole 3 years to be able to do anything for me. Wouldn't let him pay for dates. Wouldn't let him even get me flowers, because I just was always the type of person that would get those flowers for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I have really grown to be soft, feminine with him. So it's just, we've gone through a lot of changes, and we just have been growing with each other through each changes. Yeah. And, when people change, people sometimes grow apart. But it just has made us grow so much stronger, and we're like so comfortable with each other. A little too comfortable, but we're so comfortable.
Oh wow, I love that. Oh, all right. Let's see. Question 6. What advice would you give to couples considering moving in together? What do you wish you had known before making that decision?
I definitely know that I wish I had known that you need to know all your partner's habits.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. If you have never gone to his, if you have never seen his room when he's not expecting company, when he's not expecting company, you need to do that. Just pop up. Because every time I came over, like I said, I have some type of OCD. I would go in his room and clean his room immediately.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not sitting in no dirty room. Mm-hmm. So definitely weigh out the options. What are your partner's habits? What do they do? He luckily doesn't do it now, because, like I said, we got an issue. So he respects that he cleans up after himself. Mm-hmm. But definitely know your partner's habits before you just leap into getting a place with them, because they might do something that you don't like. And that can honestly sometimes be a make or break for many relationships.
Mm-hmm. So also make sure y'all have like a clear level of transparency.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't fully trust your partner, or he or she don't fully trust you, then y'all not good to moving together at all. There's gonna be something that goes on, and then either y'all definitely be stuck there in the house together, unhappy, or like most times, someone getting kicked out with their clothes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's like, definitely the whole trust factor, because this isn't a roommate situation. There's a difference between, this is my advice, there is a difference between cohabitating, mm-hmm. and actually living with your partner. If it's like a roommate situation, then you guys do not need to be there. Do not renew that lease. You have to live with each other. This is a place where it's your own. You guys are finally locked in on something, and it's supposed to grow intimacy, not malnourish it. So I definitely think if you're deciding on moving in with your partner, make sure this is a relationship that you know that will grow and not sink. Because it can either go, definitely don't rush into it, because this is something that could go either right or left.
Okay.
And if you need to, just wait.
Definitely wait. Patience is a virtue.
Yes. And the bonus question, looking back, is there anything you would have done differently before or after moving in together? Any key takeaways for others?
What would we do different? I probably would say save more money up.
Yeah. I say definitely save more money up.
Like I said, you can just go on ahead, get it with that next paycheck, but save more money up or buy stuff for the home before you move in. I would always say that. So since we were in a dorm, we didn't really have that big of an issue because we had literally everything there. We barely bought anything when we moved in. We had like so much food already because me and him and my friend group, we cook a lot. So we already had a bucket load of food and a bucket load of like towels and stuff. So it's just be prepared in some way. It doesn't have to be financially, but it has to be, you have to have things that you can survive off of. If my place didn't already have beds and dressers in it,
air mattress,
we would have been living on an air mattress for months. So
oh my God. Wait, so y'all's place came with furniture?
Our place came with
beds and desks.
Beds, desks, and dressers.
And dressers, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, and I know that not all rentals come with that.
We were just lucky.
I know we lucked out with
we
this, right?
lucked out real bad. Like our rent has everything included, even the internet, and our internet is so fast. It even comes with cable, but we don't use it. It's so good.
Okay. All right. See. Thank you to my guest speakers for sharing your experiences and insights today. Your honesty and wisdom are truly valuable, and I'm sure our listeners appreciate hearing your stories as much as I have.
Hope so.
Yes. So here are some tips from relationship experts on how to make cohabitation work. Now that we've heard some great personal experiences from our guests, let's take a moment to share some expert advice on how to make cohabitation a successful and harmonious experience. These tips can help couples navigate the complexities of love living together while strengthening their relationships. 1. Communicate openly about finances, chores, and boundaries. Financial discussions should be transparent. Deciding together how bills will be split and whether you'll have joint or separate accounts. Similarly, be open about how household chores will be divided and respect each other's time and responsibilities. Setting clear boundaries around personal space, alone time, and social schedules is also key to maintaining a balanced relationship. 2. Create a shared calendar for responsibilities or social time. A shared calendar can be incredibly helpful in managing daily life and ensuring that both partners are on the same page. It can include work schedules, household chores, and important events. It's also a great way to plan quality time together, helping you avoid the feeling of being disconnected. Setting aside time for both shared activities and individual pursuits will help maintain a sense of balance. 3. Respect personal space and individuality. While living together means sharing a space, it's important to respect each other's need for personal time and space. Everyone needs moments of solitude to recharge, pursue hobbies, or simply relax. Respecting your partner's individuality and ensuring they have the freedom to be themselves is crucial for the health of the relationship. And finally, 4. Regularly check in on the relationship to discuss feelings or concerns. Life can get busy, and it's easy to overlook the emotional health of your relationship when managing day-to-day logistics. Relationship experts recommend setting aside time to check in with each other regularly. This could be as simple as asking how the other person is feeling, discussing any concerns, or addressing any issues before they become bigger problems. Open and consistent communication helps to maintain emotional intimacy and connection. So, by following these expert tips, couples can create a living situation that fosters mutual respect, understanding, and growth. Moving in together is a big step, but with the right strategies and mindset, it can be a rewarding experience that brings you closer and strengthens your bond. Now, today's episode was all about navigating the decision to move in together, a major step in many relationships. Here are some key takeaways. Moving in together, a big decision. Moving in with your partner can be an exciting milestone, but it's not a one-size-fits-all decision. Whether it's the right move depends on your relationship dynamics, emotional readiness, and ability to work through challenges together. Pros and cons. There are many benefits like building intimacy and sharing responsibilities, but there are also potential drawbacks such as the loss of personal space and the risk of unresolved connections. Timing matters. It's essential to move in when you both feel emotionally secure, trust each other, and have clear communication about responsibilities and expectations. It's important not to rush into cohabitation for reasons like pressure or trying to fix the relationship. Red flags to watch out for. Be mindful of red flags like a lack of communication, controlling behavior, or feeling pressured into moving in. These signs could indicate that you're not fully ready or that the relationship isn't in a healthy place to take this step. And finally, expert tips for success. Communicate openly about finances, chores, and boundaries. Create shared schedules, respect personal space, and regularly check in to discuss feelings or concerns. These strategies help ensure a smoother cohabitation experience. Moving in together can be an exciting and fulfilling step, but it's important to approach it thoughtfully. It's not just about living under the same roof, it's about building a partnership that works both logistically and emotionally. Be honest with yourself and your partner about your readiness, and take it one step at a time. I would love so much to thank my wonderful guests, Veronica and Jason, for joining me today. You guys gave great insight.
Jacob.
Oh, Jacob. My bad. Sorry. Veronica and Jacob, I would like to thank you guys so much for joining me today and for giving wonderful insight. You guys' experience together is just very inspiring, honestly, and it's going to inspire me, and I'm definitely sure it's going to inspire all the listeners.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes. Thank you again. And oh my gosh, wow. Guys, what an incredible journey this has been. Season 1 of Love Unfiltered is officially coming to a close. Oh my God. Guys, we've covered all of the general topics surrounding relationships, from meeting your partner's family to deciding whether a long-term or short-term relationship is right for you. Thank you so much for tuning in and being part of this amazing community. Your support and feedback have meant the world, and I'm so grateful for every one of you who's listened, shared, and connected with me along the way. But don't worry, this isn't the end. Season 2 is just around the corner, and I've got an exciting new topic lined up: mental health. We are going to dive deep into how mental health impacts our relationships, how to support your partner and yourself through tough times, and practical strategies for building a strong, healthy foundation for your love life. It's going to be an eye-opening season, and I can't wait for you to join us. So thank you once again for being with us this season. I'm so excited to bring you more honest conversations and insightful discussions in the new year. I hope you all have a wonderful, restful end to your year and a happy new year filled with love, joy, and all the good things life has to offer. We'll see you in 2025, and I can't wait to continue this journey with all of you. Until then, take care and stay tuned.